Hey folks, welcome to this live flash meeting. I wanted to meet with everybody this week in the youtube.com channel. I gave you a setup for news trading and so anyway, I want to show you how to apply it in this session. This week's YouTube video, folks, was simple options trading with 5 monthly reports, news reports. If you're not in our YouTube channel, I'm going to go live a lot more. I'm setting up a schedule right now. I'm thinking about doing it, a lot more regularly. We're approaching 1,000 people, and next week I got a big influx of people coming in, so we're going to be over it, okay, or over that number I set. Now, who has reviewed this video right here? Anybody reviewed this video? You can answer yes in the chat room if you have. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty simple setup. We'll go through it in a second, but I wanted to show it to everybody to make sure that people knew where it was at, from that standpoint. All right. All right, next slide, please. In my opinion, what I'm about to teach you is very valuable. Let's do a real quick test. How many day trades can you make in a 5-day period if you got less than 25,000 in your account? How many day trades can you make? 3, right? What if I could show you how and teach you how to make those day trades to grow your account above 25,000? Okay. I'm working on a special, a top secret, I'll call it, algorithm that is focused on day trading. I took names of people Wednesday. I've got it. I guess I'm only going to take 250. I'll just tell you that up front. But if you would like to be included, send me personally an email at tbuzztnt at gmail. tbuzztnt at gmail. I've already started setting up times to talk to people, but send me an email. I need your email, your phone number. Hopefully you give me your cell phone that we can text you and set up a time if you want to be a part of this special project I'm doing, okay? Everybody got it? All right. I ain't even told Jonathan what I'm doing here. I ain't told anybody. I'm going to tell you first, okay? Yeah, Denise, medallions don't count for this. If you want to be in there, you got to send an email with the phone number. And then, if you will, in parentheses or subject line, put special email, and then in the subject, say medallion, where I'll know it's you, Denise, okay? I got a lot of Denises, okay? Thomas, what's the cost of this special product? I'd say worth about $100,000. So somewhere between 0 and 100,000, Thomas. Notice I said 0 to 100,000. Hadn't got that far yet. Question you ought to be asking, how good is this special product? That's what you ought to be asking yourself. How good is it? How much is it worth to make 20% in a day? That's the way I'd look at it. Right, Bruce, if you already sent me an email, you're in I just hadn't got to you yet, okay? I started working on it today, and I'll work through the list. 250 people is a lot of people to contact, okay? Yeah, Carol, if you want to be considered, send an email. Jonathan, type this out. I need subject, special algo, your email, phone number, and if you're a medallion or gold, type in gold or that'd be helpful. But tell me, okay? I'm in the early stages of it. It's not going to be next week or anything like that. But if I get this thing put together, you'll be glad that you sent me an email. Let's just put it that way. All right, let's go through and do some math. In my opinion, listen up. Next slide, please. Who made this trade? Who made that trade? Okay, we started out with 1,000 invested. Let's do the math. That's 1,040, right? Help me do the math. I want everybody to type in a number and show the power of what I do. That's 1,040. Everybody agree? All right, next one. We lost 280. So now we're at 760. 760. Type that in there. 760. We started with 1,000. Type this in there to make sure you're following the math. Next one. 27% on 1,000 is 270 to 760. We're back to what number? $760 plus 270 is how much? $1,030. Next one. 32%. Now we're breaking into blue sky. 320 on $1,000 invested is 1,350. Let's keep going. $22% takes us to 15.7. Do you like the way this is going? When I tell people to listen and learn, this is what I'm talking about, the power of listening. Okay, the 220 takes us to what number? Made 25% on this one. I remember this one, $250. That was where everybody could play. All services. This one here was a 3% return. $30. $35% added, $350. We're at 2,200. 24%, another 240. 2440. 19%, another 190. 2630. 19% on Apple. 2820. $2,820. Somebody asked how many contracts. It's very simple. You take the $1,000 investment times the price of the option, and that's how you get the number of contracts. Let's take an example. If I bought an option at 10 cents and had $1,000, how many options would I buy? Just take you got to do a level bet. Jonathan, do you have that link that talks about level betting? They need to see that.
Yeah, that's a YouTube video as well. If we
Yeah, they just go to YouTube and get it.
Yeah.
If they join YouTube.
Go to YouTube, click on videos across the top. and you'll find one for level bets here. It's been several weeks since you did that one. I think it's this one right here, risk allocation and entry exit techniques. If I'm not mistaken, that's the one right there from 2 months ago. All these videos, or that one and more, can be found on the T-Buzz YouTube channel. Just click videos at the top.
Okay, today's focus on day trading after major news. We had major news, didn't we? All right, let's keep going. So what ticker to trade? Okay, let me tell you the tickers that I'm going to trade or look at today. And we'll go to a live market and evaluate. The tickers are the QQQ, XSP, NVIDIA, and Apple. Y'all got the tickers I'm going to look at today. What risk to take? Typically, I will risk about 30%. What direction to play? I'm going to play up. I'll explain why. How do I know? We opened the week on the S&P at 5534. Where's the S&P trading right now? We opened today at 5590. I used the S&P to decide on direction. I look at the week open, the daily open, and we'll go to the first bar. I'm going to stay with the trend. I'm going to find an option for a buck, target around 20%. If it moves against me, I'll sell the next strike up to turn the trade into a spread. Then I'll set a exit at what I have net in there. And that's the idea. So if I am wrong on my timing, I get my money back over the next 72 hours. That's my strategy. Any questions about this? Any questions at all about what I'm talking about? You got to know the answer to these questions. Anybody not know the answers to these questions? Now, I gave you, based on my experience, and if you're in the old school, I'll show you how I find my trades, okay? But I gave you the 4 trades I'm looking at. That's quite valuable, isn't it? Especially if I'm right. Tell me if you think that's valuable, what I just said. All right. Let's go to a spreadsheet and set up the trades. You ready? All right, the QQQ. Jonathan, will you put out there the daily open where they can just see what we're basing it off? I've already gone through all the other stuff. Just put the daily open, okay? The QQQ's daily open, I'll give it to you, Jonathan, was 491.89. I'll just give it to you. I got it. XSP's daily open was 553.79. NVIDIA's daily open, 127.38. Apple's daily open was 221.65. Now we're going to go to the roadmap and we're going to look at these daily opens and the current tickers. Let's go to the roadmap. And draw a line, if you will, at that daily open. Want me to give it to you? That way you don't have to look back, Jonathan. The QQQ.
It's the blue line on the QQQ already on the
There
top.
it is right there. Can you make it bigger where they can see it? Like make it thicker?
It's now the orange line on the chart.
Okay. Does everybody see that line right there? Does everybody see that we made a higher high after the 30 minutes? Everybody tell me yes, I see it. Okay, Jonathan, the high is 431 or 494.34, right? Let's go back to our spreadsheet and set a trigger number there.
At 494.34?
Yep. All right, let's go look at XSP. Okay, set a trigger at 554.79. NVIDIA. Trigger 128.85. Actually, I'm gonna go with 128.28 on NVIDIA. 128.28. I'm gonna use a 7 o'clock number on there. Apple. $225.55. It's already, Apple was a trade that I did. How many people were in TNT this morning where I told you that you could buy Apple or NVIDIA if it sets up? Who heard that in TNT? See, I'm able to get information to them a lot sooner than 10 o'clock if you're in TNT. If you really want to learn how to do this, you ought to be a member of TNT. I'll just tell you that up front. Okay. Okay. So, Jonathan, we got our triggers, correct?
Triggers are set.
All right. Questions? Anybody got any questions? Let's go look at a particular option for the QQQ. I'll tell you the one I'm looking at. Okay, go out 13 days, Jonathan.
Okay, that's July 18th.
I told you wrong. Never mind. I did the XSP. Let me give you the QQQ. Okay, QQQ. The five, hold it, QQQ. Let me find out the date. It's July the 12th.
July the 12th. We got 7 days out.
502.5.
502.5. It's about 96 cents.
Yep. Okay. All right. What's the next stock? Not give it to XSP. You need the option for XSP.
Yeah, so I'm getting these details on QQQ transferred over to the spreadsheet real quick. Okay, XSP. Well, hang on a second. QQQ is at 493. Oh, sorry, I'm a point off. Saw that 0.34 up there, and I said, "Hey, we're triggering," but I'm a point off here. XSP,
Okay, it's the 18th of July.
July 18th, 13 days out.
The 573 call.
573. It's a dimer.
Hmm?
I said, that's a dime.
People like having a fine time for a dime. All right. What's the next ticker? Apple?
NVIDIA? Well, if we go on line here, it doesn't matter.
Yep. Nvidia's fine. What's the next? Nvidia or Apple?
NVIDIA.
All right, Nvidia. Got to August 2nd.
28 days out.
152 call.
152 calls, currently 92 cents.
Okay, you ready for Apple?
Apple. Just a reminder too, folks, we're not buying these right now. We're waiting for them to trigger.
August 2nd.
August 2nd. Might. Well, I'm looking at those 5 lifestyle. Not sure if you want to look at different expirations or not.
No, I'm good with the 5-1. Okay. Uh, let's go with the 250. Hold it, 250. No, let's go with August 2nd. Let's go with the, hold on, let me look at another one. No, I stay with August 2nd. Keep it simple. One you want to look at for Apple is the 245 call.
$2.45 call is $1.31 or so right now.
Right.
All right, so we can bring back up our spreadsheet. If it triggers the QQQ, we'll look at the 502.5 call. For July 12th. If it triggers, we'll look at the 573 call for July 18th on the XSP. If it triggers, we'll look at the 152 call for August 2nd on NVIDIA. And if it triggers, we'll look at the 245 call for August 2nd for Apple.
Okay, it's 10:26. Any questions about what I showed you? Did you learn something? Yeah, the trigger bucks just for today. Michael, if you join YouTube, it'll be in YouTube after we finish. John asked, why did I go out to August 2nd? Because Apple's up for the month, John, based on its 3-day high, as long as it's above 221. And I'm going. Sam says, yeah, learn to pay attention when I talk. Thank you, Sam. You finally got it. Okay. Jonathan, will you answer Robin's question?
Let's see. Robin asked, I was watching your use of the compass chart and roadmap, but I couldn't see which bar you were using for the trigger. Well, for all the trades, if we just go back to QQQ, we're marking the high for most of them. QQQ, we set a trigger at 494.34. XSP trigger was at 554.79 high. NVIDIA was a little different. Tom chose a number he was watching this morning based off the 7 a.m. number, which was 128.28.
All right, I want to tell you about a program that I'll be talking to people about. How many people, we got old school right now. How many people would be interested in what I call, I'm going to name it the Gold Academy? How many people would be interested in that? You saw how valuable it was, all these different services that I do, right? Well, make sure that when I call you, now I got to tell you, I got a lot of names to talk to. So you need to check your text, and you need to check and make sure that that you check it, because I'm going to try to start knocking these names out, okay? But, Jonathan, do you have how to sign up for TNT? All these trades right here, they might be in other programs, but for sure they're going to be in TNT. So if you're in TNT, I'll do these trades. But Jonathan, put up, if they want to join, that little slide we had for joining TNT.
Let me try to find the slide in the meantime.
Take a break. Take a 5-minute break.
Okay. In the meantime, there's a link in the chat as well.
Oh, for joining TNT? Yeah, if you join TNT, you'll get these trades when they trigger. They'll pay for your month, so you can join that. But what I want to do, I want people that are serious about learning how to do this when we talk, but I will be calling you and tell you about the special algo that I'm developing. Your name's got to be in the pile. There's only going to be 250 of those. But the bottom line is, I want to focus and help people that want to help themselves. I'm tired of y'all throwing your money away, buying this and buying that. I've got a strategy. If you want to be part of it, then we'll talk. Okay? So I'll be working to get a hold of those 250 people once it tops out. I think I got 100 names right now to work on. I might not get to you today. I've got people in the background that will be texting you saying, Tom's ready to talk. I got to coordinate with my trading and all the stuff that goes in there, but we got a big plan. How does that sound to everybody to be part of something like that? What was our total amount we'd made this week so far, Jonathan, using $1,000? My goal is to take small accounts, get in over 25 where they don't have to worry about that stupid day trade rule. But it's time to get serious. The second half of the year is going to be a good second half. And I can reach out and touch you every day in TNT. And the information I do in there is just incredible. Okay? Incredible. So let's let's, Bob will work something out, let you be involved if you sent the name, okay? Jonathan, this is my plan for today. You got it. I'll be back today at 3. We'll see if anything triggers, made something out of ourselves. But I gave you my game plan for today, pretty valuable. And we're gonna go from there. Does that sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan. Everybody has the spreadsheet.
Jonathan, let me know if they trigger, and I'll put these trades in TNT. All right, thanks, Jonathan.
Thank you.
See everybody at 3.